with the kids, but what I really appreciate is the activity that we've had. I just want to tell you thank you, because this is the first season where I feel like everyone here made a big effort not to just register your child for Little League, but to actually become a part of it. And that's my goal, is to not just use this time for the kids to have their time getting active, but to have actually time where you're able to just have some fun with your child, play with them, and be a part of the season. So that was a big deal for me, and I appreciate everyone here, from all the coaches here, Craig, Harvey here, all the way from Raymond and Matt, and I know that Jason was involved as well, and then the moms did great. If you ever made it out to the Friday games, you would see Asia out there, and you would see Laura out there, and you would see Gloria out there playing ball with all of us. And Amanda wouldn't get out there, but she really wanted to. But, last year. It was just a lot of fun, and I hope that we can do it again next season. We'll stick together. But thank you so much for being a part of this season. It meant a whole lot. Okay, so I know this is the exciting part. So we're going to give out trophies. First trophy goes to RC. RC, come on up. RC is probably the most competitive on the team. I think he gets that from his mom, but I'd say I've coached him since I guess his third season. He skipped, I think, fall ball last year, but very, very competitive. Great job, RC. We're very, very proud of you. All right, next up, AJ.
Woo! Go AJ!
AJ's our heavy hitters. He loves to hit. That's probably his favorite thing to do. He loves playing pitcher as well. Yeah.
And he watches the ball when he gets it.
His goal is to make sure that ball goes as high as he can make it soar. But he's always been great. This is my third season coaching AJ as well.
Good job, AJ.
Great job, AJ. Next up, Damon. Damon, what he does is he works really hard outside of practice. He goes home and he works with his grandpa, he works with his mom, and he's always trying to improve. When he first started the season, he was having difficulty catching. I think this was his first season playing baseball as well. So when he came in, first practice, he was actually very good right out of the gate. I was very surprised it was his first season, but he would go home and he would work on catching, and then he struggled in his hitting, and he would go home, and the next week I would see a huge improvement, and we would talk about it, and I would tell him how awesome he was doing, because he just constantly improved. So that's what I appreciate about Damon. The other thing, Damon, he will tell you that if you spell his name wrong, he will definitely tell you, because there's a certain way you got to spell. Tell him how to spell Damon. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Jackson. Jackson is another one of those ones that works really hard off the field. And I know he works with Dad really hard. I'm sure Mom is right there coaching him along. This is Jackson's first season too, and his dad told me that from the get-go, and I could not tell after probably the fourth game, because he really came alive. He works as hard as he can, but the best thing is when he's out there on the field, he's all smiles, just loves to play. You saw the last game, he got, I think, 4 outs by himself. And I told him his dad would pay him $20 per out. So he remembered. He made big bucks.
Dad, where's my $80?
So he did great. So great job, Jackson. Good job,
Jackson.
All right, Wyatt works super hard during practice. He is the first one out on the field, sometimes the last one out on the field, because he just always wants to be playing baseball. Always. So Wyatt, thank you so much for working so hard, because you have come along and you are, I would say, by far probably one of the hardest throwers out there. So keep it up, and your batting is superb. You always get a hit out there, and you're doing great. All right, thank you so much. Evan. Sometimes I have to tell Evan to quit talking, because when he's just constantly on the field and I can't coach him, he's talking all the time. Evan knows, when I coach Evan on the field, I'm telling him, hey, this is what we need to improve on, do this, he just shakes his head up and down, and he works really hard, and then it happens. So he doesn't need to say a lot to do a lot, because he's just great at improving every day. So thank you so much for having such a great season. I think you rounded out your game all around. I think you're a great ball player. That's right. Kelton. This is a little flash. This is my fastest runner. Sometimes I tell him I see smoke coming up from his shoes because when he runs, he runs. He says it's dirt. That's what he tells me. It's not smoke, it's dirt. And he might be right. But Kelton, this is fourth season with Kelton, and he's always been a ball player and always will be. Hopefully he'll always play ball because he'll probably be in the majors one day. So thank you, Kelton, for working so hard this season.
Amanda.
Jaden! When I met Jaden, it was Sully's first season of playing T-ball, and Jaden and Sully were on the same team, and so it was a great joy to see him on my team this season because I know his dad's real big into baseball. I think Raymond lives and breathes baseball. And he's got a little older one that just loves to play baseball. And so I know at the beginning of the season Jaden struggled a little bit in his batting. But we see it coming alive when we work with these little wiffle balls. They're really small. And by far, he is the best at hitting those wiffle balls because he just zones in on those little ones and knocks everyone in. And then it transitions to the baseball field. He got the biggest hit of his career today on the third hit. You do great. Thank you, Jaden. Congratulations. Spencer! This is my second season coaching Spencer. We got to work last season together in fall ball, and he's done great as well. With Spencer, what we do is we work on batting a lot because I know he likes to hit. We do this thing called big eyes. So if you ever hear me pitching to him, I always tell him big eyes because I want him to open his eyes really big and focus in on that ball and hit that ball. And he did great today. You got a hit today too, didn't you? He really good. He got 2 hits. He always works really hard, and he's rounding out to be in the majors one day too. Thank you so much, Spencer.
Good job, Spencer.
And last but not least, Sully. Sully gets the hardest part of being the coach's son because I'm always on him, and I know that he's great, and I tell him that, but sometimes not enough, and if I don't, he makes sure to tell me. Or if I'm too mean to him, he'll tell me, Dad, why are you so mean to me on the field? How come you're nice to everyone else and not me? But it is tough. It is tough because we work together off the field. We work together on the field, and I know what he's good at, and so I do make it harder on him. But he's a great hitter, and he plays second base awesomely. So I'm so proud of him. Thank you so much, son. You had a great season.
Look at the
camera. Right here. Hold on.
Slowly. Boys, right here.
Oh my God.
So finally, I do want to say one more big thank you. One more big thank you to all the parents and then my coaches. Coach Eric, right behind me. I think he came to see Coach Greg.
RC, stop it.
Now, Coach Eric, we've worked together since day one, so this is our 4th season coaching together. Second season here, I think, with Craig, and then Harvey, which is Wyatt's son. Coach Harvey, my first season, he did a great job stepping up because in the very beginning, I knew that, I saw him out on the field, and I came to him one day and I said, hey, if you can help out. And he was just kind of shy at first. He's like, well, I'll do whatever I can. And I was thinking, no, you need to be out here. And so he made it to every practice, and he bailed me out whenever I was running behind. So thank you, Coach Harvey, for that. I couldn't have done it without these guys. That's the reason why these kids grow so well and so quickly throughout the season is because we have plenty of great coaching on staff, plenty of parents that are working with them off the field as well, which is huge, and having fun together on Fridays. Hey, did we beat the parents enough?
Yes!
I put my sweat, heart, and everything
When was this?
on Fridays.
AJ!
right over here. Okay, guys, big smile, hold your trophies up, and we're going to say I love you on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I love you.